Thank you and good afternoon. Welcome to 4 p.m. My name is Dean Stevenson and this is a long installation. It's a bit of fun. Who just saw Ben sing downstairs? You want to see Ben? Yeah, well, amazing, right? Beautiful, amazing. I love it. I love hearing his voice just rip out at 3 o'clock. Ben and I are pretty fortunate to have these seats in the museum, so we're making stuff in front of you. It's about the process of art rather than framed stuff on the wall. I do wonder sometimes, like with the stuff that's on the wall in any museum, this one in particular, you look at it and go, if you take this little phrase that's on my music stand into account, which is art's never really finished, it can only be abandoned in an interesting place, how often the artist went, yep, nailed it, send that to the museum, stick a price tag on it and sell it. Or how many of them went, just get this shit out of my life, I can't stand to look at it another minute. Or do they go, that's the worst thing I've ever done, and then they sell it for $1 million? Who knows? But the process of making stuff is what interests me. And so 4 p.m, ta-da! So the piece you just heard is not the one I wrote today, that's another one. But we're about to hear today's, and no one's heard it yet. No one knows what today's piece sounds like. It's just been like fog in my brain, and until this moment, we all don't know what it's going to sound like. So let's give it a go. Please thank Hayato and Phoebe, Rachel and Brett. So just a hands up of those who like played an instrument in high school band, but didn't continue, who gave it up? Yeah, probably most of you really. Sorry, so I'm about to re-traumatise you by having a rehearsal where we stop and start and talk about stuff and say things you might remember. Ooh, crotchets and semiquavers and things. So because none of us have heard it yet, we'll just have to spend a little time inviting you into our sticking it together with tape and clag and nails and hammers. So hang around and I'll come back to you to see if you have any, not only questions about what we're doing, but if you have any ideas about what we could do here. Yeah? Love that bit. Okay, let's give this a crack. Hi.
Hi.
Okay, so let's see how fast we can get this little one ticking along. So most of the time, that little kind of movement thing in the middle there. So feel a little better, put a little bubble each bar if you like in the viola. And the same with the first few bars. Whenever you have like a crotchet minim, that's a little nudge. Thank you on that. There we go. Let's try it. The top. 1, 2. And first violin. No one's died yet. Keep going. Go second violin. Okay, hold there. Nice. Okay, that was just sight reading off the page. Amazing, all right. So what I will do, this is embarrassing, I've done this a couple of times before. Once it really worked, and the other time it really didn't, so I don't know if it'll work today. This is what I whistled this in the car on the way here. That's what I whistled, and today does not sound like that. But that's what I had. Bum, beep, beep, bum, 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 bum. Anyway, and then it ended up as this. So I don't know how it changed, but it just did. So any questions from you guys first? So what I was going to say is, when we get to Yeah, letter B, second violin takes that. Then we get to the third or fourth bar of C, second kind of really sort of joins it to be sort of equal intensity, third bar of C. But at A, when we start to repeat the main theme, give it a little bit more energy because we're repeating at that point. And then when you go to arco at D, really kind of give it some grind at D as the cello helps us kind of move along there. Let's give it a go from the top again, see what happens.
Dean, I have a quick. Do you want all of them in one bow? You've marked them in one bow.
There's a bit of a mix. No, this is a phrasing mark.
So sort of lead towards
Yeah,
that
yeah.
lengthy bow, but not all in one bow.
Yep. I don't mind if you do the first reading again. Da da da. Da da da. Just look at that. Watch out for those staccato marks. Yeah. Okay. One more time. Ooh. Hold there. Yes, good effort. Thank you. Is it okay? Is it down an octave or two?
That was, I think you'd call that improvised.
Improvised, great. All right, let's work it out. Do you want me to?
I think I've got one of Rachel's notes online too. I have a note which doesn't exist on the violin.
Doesn't exist.
Yeah, is that meant to be a G?
Oh yeah. Wow. There you go. A note that doesn't exist. That's a great note. Yeah, wow.
That should be G.
That should be, what are we doing there? Would that be an F? We've got a D. I've got an E. I've got a D. Yeah, it should be G. Let's play G. Yeah, thank you. G. Lovely. G. Goodness me. Okay, see? That's what. In my defence, I don't play any of these instruments. I don't have no idea.
Also, in the 304 days, this is the first time I've ever seen this. Yeah, very rare.
Does anybody have any other questions or queries at all about what's going on? Yes. How could a non-existent note be interpreted? No, I was talking before about who's seen that the Mighty Boosh episode where he discovers the new note between B and C. He'll discover a new note, yeah? That's the note of the fucking leaf blower that's outside my window every morning at 8 o'clock. It really is, drives me nuts. Anyway, it's a note that's, like the lowest note on the violin is nah, and the note I wrote was ma. Yeah, right? So, oops, here you go. Or yeah, maybe. Can we do that? No. Rewrite. Yeah. There you go. Any other questions? No? We'll move on. Thank you. Okay. Let's go from G. Had a good look for that? You've written them in?
We'll see.
Okay, from G. So twice there's these little bars of pause, which I'm quite fond of. For it's a real kind of shift. So this bit's much more legato. From G or bar after G. Bar after G. 2. Good. So that's it's going to be just down to just that last note's a C. If we can get down to that C. Let's go that again. Lovely. That's good. Did that G work? I wasn't listening. Sorry.
Yep.
Good. Okay. From bar after G.
Yep.
D major now. Right. Yes. J. Stop there. That was nice. Let's go from H again to hear the cello rip its beautiful solo over the top. I'll come back to see if there's any questions. We're getting near the end. Go to H. You lead in.
Yep. Later, fine, yep.
Oh, amazing, that worked. Yay! Cool. All right, that was the last. There you go. Hooray! There you go. Ta-da! All right, that was today's. We got to the end, so now we'll make any more notes we need to make. Any other questions from you? Would anyone like to look at the score as we play along? Anyone interested? Anyone care? You would? Yeah, there you go. There you go. It's yours. Have a look as we play. Question? Yes? New every day, yep. Horrendous. It's horrendous. No. I can't think of I can't think of the next day. I don't have the capacity. I would lose my shit completely if I looked too far ahead. If I put any plans at all on anything, it's just a recipe for disaster. And I think that's in terms of the creative motion, which is what this whole thing is about. If I did that, then you start to build expectations about what you should do, what you should make. I thought of something today, tomorrow it's going to be amazing, and you show up, it should be good, and then you're just not in the mood and it falls flat, and you go, I'm terrible, I hate myself. We've all done this because our education stigmatised mistakes from when our parents were at school. Thank you, industrial area. But then we see it in our own creative lives when we go to do something and we like, what I think of? What's a great idea? Have I got any ideas? Have I got anything to think? Have I got any political? Am I inspired? I'll go to the pub. You just don't show up because you think, I've got nothing to do. But that's where I think we fall over as humans, rather than just allowing ourselves just to make hours and hours of sloppy nonsense, and then eventually something happens and you follow it. So that's what I do, just show up and just start making slop. That's my process, yeah. Just write a bunch of stuff, throw my hands on the piano, a couple of notes. And oddly enough, this sounds really kind of juju, but it's not meant to. But if you pick a few notes, the notes, be it the interval or the way your hand strikes, it tends to straight away give you some information about what kind of a chord, which suggests a kind of music, or what tempo. And as soon as you start to kind of there you go, there's my tempo for today, I'm in. And it doesn't take long. It's just committing to something. I don't know what it is yet. It could be rubbish, but I'll just commit to that. In an hour or so, I might find something. That's what it's all about. Yeah. Hey, right? No, questions are great. Yeah, I think anything, any composition starts with experiment, with improvisation. Anything starts with just having a play, and that's that word play. I think we were probably encouraged by our parents and our teachers. Play is something that children do. We should put play away in the box where the toys go when we grow up. But fuck, how boring are we without having a play? So I'm just having a play. Yeah, I'm just having a play. All right, let's be ready. We'll give this a crack. You don't need me here, do you? For this? No, you don't. So you don't need me.
I've got one question about
Go on, question. Yep.
In bar 120.
120, yep.
I've got a little run of semiquavers, and I was wondering if that is supposed to be a B natural, the last of the semiquaver, or is that a B flat?
No, it should be a B.
I have a B natural.
Yes, the last quavers are B natural, B flat to B natural.
Yep.
Yes, thank you. Good question. Yes. For those who haven't heard music speak for a while since high school, flats, naturals. Yeah, it's good. You all good? Okay. I'm going to go over here and sit on the piano and encourage people to come and talk to me, and they can buy an album or something. All right. It's always better when I'm not on the stage too. Always better. Hayato, Phoebe, Rachel, Brett. There you go. Now it's a thing. Hey, how about that? Crazy. So, any thoughts? Where did it? I'm interested. Like, I had no theme, no place. No, I wasn't on a boat or in a windswept field or at my mother's house. I wasn't anywhere. So, where did it put you? What did it make you think of? Anyone want to volunteer their dream? Yes.
I felt like I was in a Jane Austen
A
novel.
Jane Austen novel. Oh,
I know it kind of encompasses all the windswept sea.
yes. That's right. Okay. Unrequited love. Yeah, I know. Strings. It's amazing. Yeah, do that. And the funny thing is, as I said, I don't play these instruments. So 20 years ago, I drove my car, arrived in Tassie with a drum kit in the back. So I'm a rhythm section player. So that's what I bring to it. But I can't make them sound like bass and drums because it's strings, for goodness sake. So whatever I bring, they kind of meet me halfway with their history, and it sounds like it sounds. It's a really big learning curve. It's amazing. Yeah. Cool. We'll play one more time. That'll be yeah, could be that. We'll play it again. And then, wow. So sometimes when it really lands, like, I don't know what today's like on the scale of things, but we come back of a night and we did make an album of some favourites as a download and or a CD. Come and have chat to me. Can sign it if you're into that thing. And there's a mailing list and a Patreon and a live stream even, so there's all the things. Here we go. Day 300 and something. Can we try one thing? Can we try doing the last 4 bars, and whoever's got the E flat, make it an E natural? Let's make it a major finish.
Last
Just to
4
see.
bars?
Yeah, can we do that? Can we try that?
Yep, just try it.
Who's got? No one else has an E, do they? It's just the first violin. Great.
Do you want us to go from before then? Like,
Let's go from M.
M?
See if you prefer this. This is a better way to end. You like that one better? Major? Okay. All right, it's a major. The people have spoken. It's a major finish. Good, there you go. All right, thank you, everyone. That's 4 p.m. for today. My name is Dean. It is Hayato and Phoebe and Rachel and Brett. Thank you so much. Come and have a chat. I love to chat. You got plenty of time. If you're catching the ferry, don't stress. Have a lovely afternoon. Goodbye. Bye-bye. 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 Thank you.